Boy, that was way better than night one, wasn't it? Far better. That's what I'm talking about. That's an actual WrestleMania night. That's what that was yesterday. Whew, boy, that was actually good. See, that's the difference. That's the difference between night one and night two. Like I was saying before, night one felt off. It felt just not as strong for a couple of reasons. But night two actually delivered. So that's what I'm talking about. Oh boy, what a show, man. What a show it was. That is what it just means to be a wrestling fan these days, just enjoying great content like that. Oh, by the way, my bad. This is Will with Exposing the IWC. And we're talking about WrestleMania Night 2 and whatever else I want to talk about. But yeah, that was a good show. It really was. We had surprises. We had Snoop Dogg. We had Bubba Ray Dudley, or Bully Ray, however you want to say it. We had actual exciting, interesting, and compelling stuff that took place with character work and all that stuff. We had a show that actually felt like a WrestleMania show, which I appreciated because night one did not. For the first time, night two was better than night one for the very first time. So it's almost by design. It felt like they went out of their way to make sure this time the night two was better. I don't know. It looked like they saved the budget for night two. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it looked like to me. It looked like they saved the budget for night two. All right, but that's all right. That's okay. We're gonna break down everything that happened on night two, all the important shit, and yeah, we'll go from there. Just make sure everything is in order, and it is, I believe. All right, cool. Let's start with the great, and I will say great because I don't really care what people say. The great Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon made her return to the WWE. Apparently is in a, well, we don't know yet, but apparently is going to be in a larger role. He is back on TV. A lot of people were surprised by this. So apparently it's going to be more of a, according to Triple H in the the post-show conference, he said that she's back, kind of. It kind of insinuated that she'd be back in some type of role. Maybe an executive role, or maybe just backstage. I don't know. Whether she's an executive or backstage, I don't care. The talent like her, the fans like her. So no one has anything bad to say about her backstage. So I'm happy about the situation. Hopefully we get more Stephanie in position, in higher position. That way, potentially the women will be better off with the booking. Because I think when she's around, things are better for the women. I think I could be wrong by that, but I think that's what's going on here. I just think the booking is better for the women when she's around. I think she fights for the women division. She will remind Hunter that, hey, Hunter, there's some talented women back here they need to feature. So I think it's all a good thing. I don't really think it's a bad thing whatsoever that she's back. I love it. I was happy to see her. And the fact that they had Stephanie open up the show, that tells me that they are very much, she's very much back. I could be wrong about that, but I think she's back in the WWE fold. That's good to see. I'm happy about that. No complaints from me. So this show was just so much better than Stephanie being back is great for the women's division. Yes, I agree. Definitely is, Richard. And yes, they have a lot of respect for her, and she's in Triple H's ear. So if she's there in some type of capacity and she's always in his ear, well, then maybe we'll actually have the women open up the show, because the women haven't opened up the show in a while. Like, they haven't opened up Raw, they haven't opened up SmackDown with a promo or anything like that. So I'm hoping with her being around, the women will get more featured and all that stuff. Yeah, night two cleared night one for sure, not even close. I would give night two a 9, at minimum a 9 out of 10. Whereas with night one, I gave it like somewhere between a 7 and an 8. Night two was a 9 at minimum. I I thought every match hit. We'll go through here. We're about to go through it here in a second. So, again, great to see Stephanie. Then we had Drew McIntyre. I skipped some slides there, or maybe not. So Drew McIntyre won. He had a great match with Seth freaking Rollins. It was dynamic. It was fast paced. It was straight to the point. It was like kind of like a Brock Lesnar match. How quick it was. And they opened up with the Claymore, for crying out loud. First of all, these entrances were great, were fun. I thought Seth Rollins' entrance was ridiculous, but ridiculous in a good way. I thought Drew McIntyre's entrance was good. Started off the match with a freaking Claymore, set the pace. They didn't stop. It was dynamic. It was fast. It was interesting. You couldn't take your eye off the screen because at any moment you thought the match could be over. But ultimately, Seth Rollins being worn down, Drew McIntyre gets the victory. And it was like it was 10 for you. 10. Matter of fact, let me ask you guys, what would you give your rating for night 2? I said it was a 9 minimum. I see 10. So what are your thoughts on the rating for night 2? Drew McIntyre gets the win. Big win. I was happy for Drew. Big time happy for Drew. Like, here we go, Drew. You got it. About to have your run. Awesome. Let's do it, Drew. Let's cook, Drew. It's your time. 10 out of 10 for night 2. Yeah, it was so good, man. It's your time to shine, Drew. And then, because of the good writing here, because he goes to his wife, he presents the belt to his wife. He's finally done it. He won the belt last time in front of no fans. Now he won it in front of fans. That's all he ever wanted to do. But he took his eye off the ball because he couldn't get over his obsession with CM Punk. The very thing he accused Seth Rollins of doing, which actually came back to bite Seth Rollins because he wasn't 100%. He said that Seth Rollins was not paying attention. That Seth Rollins was not focused on his title match, and Seth Rollins was focused on Cody Rhodes' business. And he was right. But he was also, because Drew McIntyre is insecure, he was also not paying attention. He was also not on the ball, and he let his obsession with CM Punk get the best of him, which is what they actually foreshadowed this. They actually foreshadowed this. The last time they had that great promo segment between Drew McIntyre and Punk, what happened? Drew McIntyre was going back and forth with Punk. Punk left the ring. He's like, I'm done with you guys. I'll make you guys interesting in the commentary. He left. And what happened? Drew said, no. Drew's like, you don't get the last word. I get the last word. I'm not obsessed with you. You're obsessed with me. And he got in the ring. He wasn't paying any attention to Seth Rollins. He just started talking. He started rapping. Started doing freaking Eminem lines, right? And then what happened? He got super kicked and got stomped. They foreshadowed what's going to happen here. He is too focused and too obsessed with CM Punk. He took his eye off the ball then, and the same thing happened now. Could have just left well enough alone. He was champion. He had to go over there and bother CM Punk. And he had to taunt him. He wanted CM Punk to be a part of his moment, right? He wanted CM Punk to be in his shot. And then what happened? CM Punk got upset, couldn't take it anymore, and he tripped him, started beating his ass. He freaking hit him with the freaking arm protector or whatever the hell, this brace. He started kicking him, and then freaking CM Punk does the damn meme that Triple H has online. We turned around with the Judgment Day music hits, that meme. He did the damn meme. And then what happened? Damian Priest ran his ass down there and cashed in and won the belt. Great moment. Great segment. Fantastic. And Drew did it to himself. Once again, he keeps doing it to himself. He'll probably blame CM Punk for this, but it's no one else's fault but himself. He brought this on himself. He took his eye off the ball. Again, it makes sense for the character. The character was obsessed with CM Punk. The man kept making freaking t-shirts with CM Punk's name. He kept trolling him online. And when he got his big moment, instead of just leaving well enough alone, instead of just walking away with his belt, he had to go bother CM Punk. He had to go taunt him, which is in character, which is why he's an interesting character, because he's flawed. It's a flawed character, and it cost him. Great, good for Damian Priest. Everybody was making fun of Damian Priest for the weeks and weeks online. The IWC, oh, Damian Priest sucks. He's lazy. He's not gonna cash in. What's up with Damian Priest? Why is he so bad at his job? Why can't he cash in? Well, look at what happened. The man cashed in WrestleMania on the grandest stage of them all, on the biggest WrestleMania of all time. He has the last laugh. He has the last laugh. So ultimately, Damian Priest was a big winner here, and everyone else who was getting on Damian Priest looked like fools because the man cashed in and won at WrestleMania. Good on you, Damian. Good on you. I'm a fan. I'm happy for Damian. I don't know how long this reign is going to go. Right. They call him the worst Money in the Bank holder of all time. And look at him now. Look at him. Cashed in at WrestleMania on Drew. In the opener, hot crowd. I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy for him. They're calling him online the freaking bisexual Undertaker. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened, Damian. It wasn't me. They don't got nothing better to do. They have nothing better to do than to call this man the bisexual Undertaker. But hey, whether he's bisexual Undertaker or not, he's champion. And I'm happy for him. And the Judgment Day stands tall again. Just when you think there's all this talk about Judgment Day breaking up, or they're gonna break up, or they're gonna Judgment Day is gonna be done now after Mania. Look at them now. They're all together, all happy for each other. Rhea is still champion, and now Damian is freaking the world heavyweight champion. Judgment Day ain't going nowhere, which leads me to believe that they'll all still be drafted to the same location. I'm now hoping that's Raw. For selfish reasons, WWE hates Asians. Okay, Liv. We can talk about that. That was night one. Oh yeah, well we'll get to that when we talk about EO. Hold that thought. We'll talk about that when we get to EO. All right. And technically, Roman Reigns is Asian, and he's been champion for a long time. It's just a thought, but we'll get to that later on. I believe now, I would like the Judgment Day. I want them to move to Raw. Move the Judgment Day to Raw. That way, Rhea's on Raw. Damian Priest is on Raw. Cody Rhodes, SmackDown, like the Raw deal for the Netflix doesn't kick in until the end of the year anyway, till January. So we have the big SmackDown rights, right? For right now. Keep Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. Keep the Judgment Day on Raw. That way Bianca can move to Raw, but that's another story for another day, all right? But it looks like to me, the Judgment Day is still strong. They're not breaking up like everyone thought. So they're still in a good position. Good on you, Damian Priest. You killed it. I'm happy for you. Whether you're the bisexual Undertaker or not, you killed it, all right? Good for you. And once again, good old Drew McIntyre has nobody to blame but himself. Nobody to blame but himself. He took his eye off the ball. And now, does he get it back in Scotland? You guys think? Do you think he wins it back at Clash of the Castle? Clash of the Castle was in Scotland. He's going to have a match for sure. He's in freaking Scotland. He's on the freaking initial ticket poster. Does Damian Priest win it back in Scotland? And if he does that kind of screw Damian Priest? Because Drew McIntyre, you want him to have a good run, but I also want Damian Priest to have a good run. So if he wins it back in June, 'cause that's when Clash of the Castle is, that's a short run for Damian Priest. I don't know how I feel about that. Drew will win it at Clash of the Castle. You would think that, but I just feel for Drew. I just feel for Damian because it's a short reign for Damian. Did you guys hear Damian Priest in the post-match conference? The post-show conference? Oh, we all loved it, Jordan. Last night was killer. Did you hear Damian Priest talk in the post-match? Big time. I mean, how can you not root for that guy? How can you not root for that man? I want him to have a longer reign. And if he loses to Drew at Clash of the Castle, it's going to be rather short. I want Drew to have a long reign. I also want Damian Priest to have a long reign. So I'm kind of torn, okay? I'm torn. Because if Damian Priest wins it back, Well, if Drew wins it back in 2 months, in June, it's kind of short. Yeah, he was homeless 10 years ago, man. Like, he thought he wanted to like quit wrestling. He didn't think he'll make it here. Now he's champion. I kind of want him to have a decent run. In June is too short, but guess we'll see. I'm hoping that they do right by whatever happens. I hope they do right by Damian Priest, and he has a decent run, and not one that's too short. But once again, Drew McIntyre has nobody to blame but himself. He brought it on himself, and CM Punk loves it. He loves it. He cost it technically because they cashed in because he attacked Drew McIntyre. Great segment, great opening segment from how hot and fast the match was. 10 minutes. It felt longer than that because it got right to the point. Claymore, stomps, all that good stuff. Then it goes right into the cash in. Great segment, tied everything together. Great opener. When I saw this, I was like, oh, night one is in trouble because night two is going to kick his ass. Like, it looks like they just focused all the effort this time on night two. Maybe they heard the noise about how night one was better than night two, so they decided to make an effort here. But night two was just so much better than night one all around. And then they're moving from CM Punk. Moving on from CM Punk, go straight into Snoop Dogg. So they have Snoop Dogg now. So they have celebrities now on night two. Or is this on night one? I don't know. So Snoop Dogg comes down there with his belt, his beautiful belt that they gave him a long time ago. Looks great. Then we got Bubba Ray Dudley, or Bully Ray, however you want to say it. He's in the damn match. So there's like, it feels like WrestleMania. It feels like a big deal. It feels special, you know? They put effort into it here. Who saw Bubba Ray Dudley come down here? Who saw Snoop Dogg come down here for this match? Nobody. Where was this on night one? Where was this on night one? Yeah, Richard, you're right. Go watch the freaking... He even insinuated that night one kind of sucked. He didn't say it sucked. He said night one was great, but it was cold out there, and it was obvious what happened. He said it set the table. Night one set the table for night two. It was a stepping stone. It was a setup for the big show, which was night two. In hindsight, when you think about it, it makes sense to want to close strong. That makes sense, right? You want night two to be stronger than night one. If you're like building up, but it was just clear that night one was not what they thought it was going to be. It was too cold out there, so the fans were cold as hell. That's what Cody Rhodes said. Even on the Today Show, Cody Rhodes says it was cold as hell on night one. So maybe don't do it in Philadelphia next time, you know, where it's cold as hell. Do it indoors. The rumor is next year it's going to be in Minnesota, and Minnesota Vikings play in an indoor stadium, so they'll be able to control the temperature. So that'd be fun. But yeah, night two just had the surprises. It had the specialness. It had the pizzazz. It had the glitz and the glamour. Like, it just felt like an actual WrestleMania show. You know? Then you had the Street Profits come down here. They looked great. Then we had a street fight with Montez, Angelo Dawkins, and Bobby Lashley. Montez over here flipping over the damn post, doing his thing. And they win. They had the whole spot where Bubba Ray Dudley says, get the tables, because Karrion Kross went and pushed the ref like an idiot. Never attack the special guest referee, you bum. This is what happens when you do that. When you do that, they freaking turn on you. I mean, at that point, once he pushed Bubba Ray Dudley, it was all, it was biased refereeing. It was all, he was in on it. He's in on it. Get the tables. There's no way how I'm going to count them to get the victory. It was full-on biased refereeing. But that's what happens in a special guest referee situation. Never attack the ref. When will they learn? You never attack the damn ref. Never. So yeah, that's the situation. Don't attack the ref, man. So B-Fab took some spots. She put Scarlett through the damn table. That was interesting. You also had there's some good overall fun stuff. It's like a funny comedy stuff, you know. The boss table is fun. Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot about that. I would have forgotten about that. The botch table. They had to get a new table. Luckily, it didn't take that long. They went really quick to get a new table. They went and brought the new table out, laid it out. That thing fell. They put Karen Cross' big ass on the table and it broke by itself. So I had to go get another table. It didn't take too long. They finished off the match. Fun. Once again, a solid match. So the first match, I'll give it like that entire segment. I include the Damian Priest cash in with the Drew McIntyre match. I'll give all that like a 4.5 or 4.25, 4.25 or 4.5. This I'll give like a solid 3 3/4, like 3.5 or 3.75. Solid stuff, fun, exciting stuff. Had celebrities, had Snoop Dogg on commentary being hilarious. This is what WrestleMania is about. This is what was missing from night one. It was missing from night one. Snoop Dogg comes in the ring and he lifts up the title with them. Great moment. Fun stuff for everyone involved. Good. Next match. Now, I was making fun of this match. I said this was potentially a bathroom break match. This match was good. AJ Styles versus LA Knight. And I'll tell you why. First of all, we had the new theme from AJ Styles. I thought it was fine. People were complaining about the new theme. From what I heard, it sounded fine to me. It sounded fine. People love to hate on Def Rebel, whatever the hell that name is of the band. It sounded fine. I only heard it once though. I'll go back and listen to it again. But this sounded okay. It sounded okay. He wants to be healed now. You gotta change it up. All right, you gotta change it up. Can't have the same babyface music all the time. He went for a change. I enjoyed it. Stop complaining. The IWC will complain about anything, no matter what. They barely heard the song. Oh, this song stinks. This song sucks. Be quiet. Give it a chance. Stop complaining out of nowhere. Like I said, I have to listen to it. Maybe it does suck. From what I heard, it sounded fine. Nothing to go crying about. I don't miss, like, he wants to do a change. Let the character have a change, you know? Let them try something. Anyway, AJ Styles coming out there. Good match for LA Knight. And what helped this match was that LA Knight is over. So every time he did anything, the crowd was into it. I think the big reason why the crowd was so more lively this time is because it was warmer out there. Apparently, if you talk to people who were out there, it was cold as hell on night one. Night two was a little warmer. So the crowd was more into it. They were saying, yeah. Everything, no matter what he did, they were saying, yeah. LA Knight is over as hell. The match was good. There was a little bit of worry. Were we going to get a LA Knight match or a AJ Styles match? I'm happy to say this was more a AJ Styles type of match. They worked their asses off. It was well booked. It was well produced. They were actually trying shit. It wasn't like by the numbers. They were taking some risk out there. They showed off their athleticism. It was a good match, which I knew LA Knight was going to win. By the way, I was perfect, by the way, on all my picks. Perfect on night two. Absolutely perfect. I'm glad I didn't switch on the Bayley match. We'll get to that later. They removed the padding. Didn't see that coming. That was innovative. I didn't see them removing the padding. Who thought of that? That was a decent spot. They had a huge 450 splash off the ropes, which was nice. That was cool. And then LA Knight won. Solid match, fun, good. 3 out of 3 so far. No complaints. I give this maybe a 4 flat. Really good match. They went hard, and they cooked in this match. I thought this is one of LA Knight's better matches. I thought they worked well. They had good chemistry. No complaints. This was good, man. The only 2 good matches for AJ Styles I remember was WrestleMania AJ versus Shane and this. I think he has better catalogs I think he has a better catalog than that. I think he has a better catalog than that. Pretty sure. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure AJ Styles has some good matches in his repertoire, in his bag. Next match, you got freaking Logan Paul coming out there. Look at this, coming out with the damn Prime truck again. It felt big. It felt epic. It felt important, which was missing from night one. You had Logan Paul. Logan Paul's doing great heel work, doing great work in the WWE. No complaints with him as champion. I'm actually happy that he's champion. He's embracing the business. He loves the business from what I'm seeing. Then you had freaking KO and Randy Orton coming down together, which is interesting because they're in a triple threat match, so they have to fight eventually. But this is a cool look, a cool visual. KO was going pretty damn fast down that ramp. He had to slow down a little bit because it looked like Randy wasn't too comfortable with how fast they were going down the damn ramp. But it was a cool visual. That was awesome, right? The match was good. It had funny bits. It had the comedy in there. You had the freaking streamer whose name I can't remember. I don't know none of these streamers, to be honest. I'm like out of the streamer bubble. So this guy who was out there, I didn't recognize him at all. I did not recognize that dude at all. Apparently he's very popular. Hey, what's up, noob? Apparently he's very popular online in the streaming world, but I had no idea who that guy was. But again, this match started off with Randy and KO going after Kevin Owens. Randy and Kevin Owens going after Logan Paul. Logan Paul was trying to get them to fight each other, but they wouldn't at first. Eventually, they did start fighting. That was great. This was hilarious. They were double teaming him for a while. Oh, yeah, I Show Speed. Yeah, that's his name. I Show Speed. Thanks, Keenan. Yeah, I have no idea who that was. So they're jumping him 2-on-1 for a while. Then they start fighting. The match started cooking. This was a good spot, an awesome spot where Logan Paul does a swanton, rolls up, and hits a frog splash or it's just awesome. It's so awesome. It's so cool. This dude's athletic. He's talented. Give him his flowers. Logan Paul is very good in the ring. He went from a swanton to a splash onto Randy Orton. Cool spots all around. RKO to Kevin Owens. They were cooking out there. Fun match. I think triple threat matches, I don't know what it is about triple threat matches. They're always, I think they may be my favorite type of match. Something about three people and a good producer. You have them interchanging attacks and working off of each other, and I think it's just the best type of match to see for me. Like, I feel like a very good triple threat match is always the best type of match for me. Go back and look at freaking Stand and Deliver. That triple threat match between Obafemi, Dijak, and Josh. That was fantastic. I just like a well-booked, well-produced triple threat. This is my favorite type of match, I feel now. Like, every time I see a very good triple threat, I'm like, wow, it gets more creative, like how you do the spots, how you interchange their move sets. It's just super creative. I liked it. I always like watching triple threat matches. Here's ISO Speed getting kicked in the damn gut, falling back like 10 feet. And he gets RKO through the table, and then Logan Paul wins. Fun match. Logan Paul versus Montez Ford. That's a match that Logan Paul wants and Montez wants. When will it happen? Who knows? Because they have Montez in this freaking... I think it's time for Montez to break out of the damn Street Profits, if you ask me at this point. But he's being patient. He's waiting. Montez Ford needs a singles push. And a match with Logan Paul would be awesome. I agree. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton did a great job. But Logan Paul was the right winner. I called it. Deserve it winner. It made no sense to take the belt off him right now. He pinned Kevin Owens like I thought he would. I think it was after Kevin Owens got RKO'd. He just threw Randy Orton out the ring. Good match, fun. 4 out of 4. I'd give this match a 4 out of 4 matches that were good. I'd give this match a what? Probably a 3.7 out of 5, or maybe a 4. Solid match, good. Anything over 3.5, I hold in high regard. So this was a 4 or 3 and a quarter. Either way, fun match, made sense. The crowd was invested. Kevin Owens was doing his thing. Randy was doing his thing. Logan Paul had the brass knuckles. Had the celebrity come in there. It felt like a Mania match. It felt like a Mania match. That's all I care about. That's all I want. Make the match feel like a Mania match. Unlike the 6-woman tag match on night one and half the other matches on night one, you know. Jay versus Jimmy. Night one was a stepping stone, a setup. And now, in comparison, a disappointment. But in totality, taking all 2 nights together, it's fine, you know. But yeah, night one looks weak in comparison. Good for you, Logan Paul. Keep doing the good work. I got no complaints about your run. Keep on keeping on. And then we had Bayley versus Io Sky. First of all, Bayley came out there looking like a complete star. She never looked like she had to look like more of a star than she did yesterday. Like she just looked like a star. Oozed a star when she came out there. Looked important. Looked good. I loved her look coming out there. And Io Sky came out there looking like a million bucks. I'm disappointed that Io Sky's presentation should have been like that from the entire time. The entire time, the presentation she got at Mania should have been of that ilk. Should have been of that variety. Should have been of that. It should have been like that. Point blank, period. The whole time she was in Damage Control, she was a side character. She was a background character. She wasn't important. She didn't feel like a champion. Here, they presented her like a big deal and a badass. And that should have been the case the entire time. It's unfortunate. Because this match reminded folks just who the hell she is in terms of in-ring talent. Io Sky is fantastic in ring. She's fantastic. And she showed up in this match and she reminded folks how good she is in the ring. I was clapping at times watching this match, watching her cook. Of course, Bayley's steady, great storyteller in the ring, selling the injury. She's doing a great job. But Io's is bringing that flair. She's bringing that awesomeness. She's bringing that wow factor to the match. Just cooking. I couldn't be more happy about Io's performance in the match. It made me feel bad about her booking. It really did. I felt bad about her booking watching this. You know, I'm like, damn, they have a talent in this woman, a big time talent, and the booking made her look like a chump for most of the time. Just sad. At times it was like we're watching her back in Stardom. She had that double back suplex. She had that into the bridge. She had the double moonsault thing where she hits the standing moonsault. Then she goes to the second rope, hits another moonsault, then goes to the top rope, hits over the moonsault, or does the moonsault stomp. But Bayley moved out the way. Good stuff, man. She killed it. Bayley for sure deserved it. This was her time, her moment. But they both killed it. And Io's offense was just so cool to watch. She's just so fun to watch in the ring. Her booking was unfortunate, but this was Bayley's time. Awesome stuff. Here was the moonsault that she landed that Bayley kicked out of. There was a spot that Io does where, like I said before, she hits the standing moonsault. She goes to the second rope, hits another moonsault, goes to the third rope. Bayley moves out the way. Tries to hit a rose plant, and then Io flips out of it. I got up and said, "This bitch is fire." I literally said that. That's why I said when she did that. That counter to the rose plant was so damn cool, so damn dope. Like, this woman is so damn talented in the ring. For the love of God, her next time she has a big time run, book her better. Her booking she's way better than her booking. She really is. She is talented as hell. That counter, my God, I watched it over and over and over again. Go watch that rose plant counter again. special in-ring talent. But that side character stuff they gave her was bad. She was just off camera, off screen a lot, in the background. Dakota Kai was in the forefront. It just never came together in the story. I don't know if it's because of the English limitations. They don't trust her to talk or carry a character. But there's more they could have done. It became more about Bayley and her struggle with Dakota Kai, and then it came more about Bianca Belair and her struggle with Bayley, and she was just in the background. But matches like this shows you just how good she is and how talented she is, and she can go with the best of them. She's one of the best in the world, and she's really, really good. I was so impressed. But this was Bayley's moment. Bayley cooked. She was great. She sold that injury well. She was awesome in this match. She's a ring general. She's so caring and giving and selfless. She deserved this moment. The crowd is behind her. Big time babyface right now. You forget she was a heel. Bianca doesn't forget, which I like. Bianca does not forget. I love that. But sometimes you forget she was a nasty heel because of how much the crowd loves her, you know? Noob says Io Sky is nothing but a side character, whereas Asuka and Kairi are nothing but the main characters in Damage Control. They're very marketable and entertaining for kids. They are. But Io should have been the main character of this damn story with Bayley, but she wasn't. That's unfortunate. I'm hoping her next run, which will probably be I think her babyface run will be a good one, I think. Her next babyface run as a singles competitor will be good, I'm hoping. They should run that back. They should run it back. I love that. Run it back in France. Run it back in France at Backlash. I love that. I think eventually we're going to get Dakota Kai, she turns on everyone, right? She turns on everyone. I'm assuming Dakota Kai will turn on Io Sky, and then we'll get the triple threat match. Maybe at SummerSlam. Bayley, Io, Dakota, triple threat. I think that's going to happen at SummerSlam to go full circle. They came in at SummerSlam together. Io won the belt at SummerSlam, and now the triple threat match happens at SummerSlam, I think. Io versus Dakota versus Io Sky. Said Io twice. Bayley versus Io Sky versus Dakota Kai. Triple threat match for the title. The ultimate full circle come around for the freaking Damage Control. I think that's going to happen. That's what I want to see, that triple threat match. I also want to see Dakota Kai win the Money in the Bank, but we'll see about that. I don't know about that one yet, but I think that can happen. But again, Bayley cooked, great match. Awesome match. Big time Mania moment for Bayley. I loved it. Good shit, man. Good shit. And then we had the final match. The main event. I had no doubt in my mind. That this was going to be good. No doubt that this was going to cook. And it did. It delivered. This was an interesting look from Cody. I like it. Solid. Brandy got a big pop. Brandy was right there with him. She got a big time pop, which I liked. Happy for Brandy. Yeah, this was just so good, man. The first 20 minutes was just a good match between these two. This is a very good match between Roman and Cody. It didn't do the typical bloodline match where it take forever. It slowly go through it. Very deliberate, very slow paced. It was faster than usual. Faster than a usual Roman Reigns match, which I liked. It was good. Very good match. They worked the crowd. They worked the outside. They worked their tables. Low blow from Roman Reigns in here. After a very good match, then Jimmy got involved. Once he had Roman in the crossroads, then Jay came out. Then you just knew it was going to be like one person comes out, another person comes out, one person comes out, another person comes out. And it was awesome. Overbooked to hell, but it was fun. Overbooked, but fun. Jay and Jimmy, he spears Jimmy out of the damn frame, which was appropriate considering how bad they were in night one. Then Cody gets speared. He spears Roman through the damn barricade. And then freaking Solo comes up. No hoodie this time. No hoodie for Solo. You knew you had to have some type of presence at Mania. And of course it was going to be in this match. He hits him with a damn spike. Then hits him with a spike and a spear combination. And Cody kicked out again. At that point, you should have known that Cody was going to win. If you somehow didn't know before, that should have been a dead giveaway. That this was going to be Cody's moment. And he definitely got his moment here. Then we had the moment where freaking Cena comes out there. People are wondering who was going to come out there. Was he really going to assemble the Avengers? People were talking about Cena. They were talking about Stone Cold. They were talking about basically those two. Those are the main two. He comes down there, hits Solo Sikoa with the attitude adjustment. Then he hits Roman with the attitude adjustment. Well, actually, that's not true. He hit Solo with the attitude adjustment outside onto the table. Then he hit Roman with the attitude adjustment in the ring. Then The Rock came out there. Final Boss comes out there. He has to face off with John Cena. So this is a bunch of memories, a bunch of history there. Good shit from Rock and Cena. The crowd was going crazy. They were loving it. It was hype. I was losing my mind at home. So I only imagine how crazy they were going in the damn crowd, you know? I don't know how I feel about those pants from The Rock. But then again, the jorts aren't any better. The jean shorts aren't any better from Cena, if I'm being honest. So The Rock, so they let it marinate. They let the crowd embrace this moment. Then he does the "You Can't See Me." The Rock gives him damn rock bottom. So that was nice for Cena to let The Rock hit him with that. The Rock looked strong. And then out of nowhere, we hear the gong. And then, like, people were trying to come up with the story reason, like the storyline reason why the Undertaker would be out here. Maybe just because Roman beat him at WrestleMania or something, or because he's just a guy who sees what's happening with Cody Rhodes, wants the bloodline to stop. He's coming here to stop the bloodline once and for all, because he's not a fan of what he's seeing on TV. That could very well be the case. What's happening here? No more bloodline nonsense, Rock. I'm coming here to stop this crap. Let Cody finish his story. He's the face of the company. Let him finish the damn story, says the Undertaker. And the Undertaker come down here and hit him with a damn big time choke slam. And it cuts to black. I feel like both of them disappear, but apparently The Rock just rolled out the ring because he's there later. So only the Undertaker disappeared, apparently. At that point, it's back to one-on-one, basically. Weight belt gets tossed by The Rock. Here's the thing. Here's another good character moment here from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns picked up the chair. CM Punk. Why CM Punk? Seth freaking Rollins was getting up, and Cody Rhodes was getting up. He had the chair. He had the opportunity to hit Cody Rhodes in the match and pin him, but he couldn't let it stand. He could not let Seth Rollins get away with it. He could not let Seth Rollins not take that chair shot. He couldn't help himself. Seth Rollins turned on him. He's in the ring with the Shield gear. He felt obligated to hit him with the damn chair. And because of that, he lost. Had he used the chair to attack Cody Rhodes, he would have been fine. But he can't let it go. Similar to Drew McIntyre. He couldn't let it go. Couldn't let that pain go. He had to get revenge on Seth Rollins. He was triggered by the Shield music. He was triggered by the Shield outfit. And he had to hit Seth Rollins with the damn chair. So he hit him with the chair. He tossed the chair. And tries to spear Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes counters. Hits him with 3 crossroads and wins. What a moment. What a story they told there. Seth Rollins said that he was going to be Cody's shield. Think about that wordplay. I'm going to be your shield. He came down with the Shield gear, with Shield music, and Roman attacked him because of the Shield history. He was his shield in more ways than one. A lot of wordplay there. Good storytelling. Awesome stuff. Cody Rhodes wins. He finishes the story finally. And it's a new era. It's a new era of pro wrestling. It's a new era of the WWE. What happens next? Who knows, man? But it had to happen. There was a time. It's crazy because a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I forgot how long it's been. It's been a while since they pivoted. 2 months ago, this was not going to be the match. 2 months ago, they were still going to do Roman versus The Rock. Just to think, if the fans did not react, if the fans did not make them pivot, this moment would not have happened. The fans have power. They have power. They have they can freaking utilize that power whenever there's something stupid that happens. The Cody thing was so dumb. They were so invested in the Cody story. They had no choice but to just go out there and like make their voices heard. And they pivoted. To their credit, they pivoted. Because had it not done that, this match would have been getting up. Had it done Cody versus someone else and it did Roman versus The Rock, that match would have got taken over, I think. There would have been plenty of boos, plenty of Cody chants. They had to do what they had to do. I'm not going to lie, Kervin. I'm not going to lie. When I heard the freaking Shield music came down, for a split second, I thought, is Dean Ambrose going to... It was like a quick second. But no, there's no way he's going to come down there. No way. There's no way. But for a quick second, I did believe there was a chance that him and Seth Rollins will come down there to confront Roman for a quick second. But after like a few seconds, I thought better of it. Like, nah, there's no way. And it wasn't. I did believe for a second that Seth Rollins was getting like chumped out when he came out there, got Superman punched out of nowhere. Like, oh, wow, that's it? Damn, that's all he gets to do? But they had a story to tell with Seth Rollins. The fact that Roman could not let it go. He could not let the betrayal of Seth Rollins go. So he had to hit Seth Rollins with the chair, which led to Cody Rhodes getting the opportunity to reverse Roman. So all had a point to play. All had a purpose. It all had a purpose. But at first, I did believe that they screwed over Seth Rollins, making him look like a chump. But it came back around, and it worked out for Seth. Now he's the guy. All these baby faces in the ring, lifting him up. He's now the guy. I think he should go to SmackDown in the draft. I now believe that. But he's the guy now. He wants to be the champion on both shows. I don't know how that's going to work. It can't work like that. Gotta let Damian Priest be his own champion on his own show. So he'll be on SmackDown, I think. And that'll be it. But we're in a new era. Triple H has taken over. WWE is hot. Hotter than it's ever been. He gives the belt to Mama Rhodes. He breaks down in tears. Great moment for old Mama Rhodes and CM Punk came down there in the ring as well to greet him. You had CM Punk, you had Cena, you had Randy Orton, you had his family, you had KO, you had Sami Zayn all in the ring to help him. -1 was in the ring while celebrating Cody's short story-ending victory. Who the hell is -1? Who is -1? -1. Who is -1? I have no idea who that is. Tell me who -1 is. My bad. -1 was in the ring. I don't know who -1 is. But it was a good match. The one in the black hoodie. Is he like a streamer? Why is his name -1? That sounds like a freaking streamer name. That streamer name? Oh, he was masked back in AEW. Back at AEW. Oh, okay. Oh, he's a wrestler. Okay, gotcha. So then he calls out freaking Triple H to come out there to anoint him and anoint the Triple H era. Oh, Brody Lee Jr. Okay, I got you. Okay, okay, I know this now. All right, I got you. Okay, that's cool. calls down Triple H and Bruce Pritchard. Apparently Bruce got booed. I didn't hear that, but apparently he got booed. Calls down Triple H. They embrace. He basically the flag's been put into the ground. This is a new era, the Triple H era. Cody Rhodes shakes his hand and says, "Thank you, sir, for the opportunity and the chance." And we have the reveal of the new champion, a new era. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman shared a moment coming down the ring. They shared a embrace. He was emotional. Who knows what the future is for Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman? Paul Heyman may have a new guy with Braun Breaker. He's part of the Dark Order. Okay, I got you. I think Paul Heyman is gonna move over to Braun Breaker eventually. When? I don't know, but I believe Braun Breaker is the new Paul Heyman guy. Will Roman Reigns still be working with Paul Heyman? I don't think so. Or at least not exclusively. I think Roman Reigns is going to take a break, come back as a more of a tweener eventually. But I think Paul Heyman will move over to Braun Breaker eventually. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Bruce online for sure, in the IWC for damn sure. Ronda hates him as well. Ronda hates him. Big win for CM Punk. Why keep saying CM Punk? Big win for Cody. Could start with a C. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. Big win for Cody Rhodes, man. Big win for old Cody. Yeah, she said that Bruce was Vince's guy, so Vince always texts Bruce. So Bruce is still there, Vince is still there. That's what she says. I don't believe Vince is still trying to run the company through Bruce. That's ridiculous. I don't think that's happening now. CM Punk is there because Triple H. Like if Vince was running things, CM Punk would not be there. All right. Triple H is now running things, and he has the final say. So no matter what Bruce does, Triple H had to sign off on it anyway. So Triple H is running things. Clearly, obviously. So yeah, that was the breakdown of a great freaking show, man. It was so good. It felt like WrestleMania. It had a lot of budget, a lot of fun matches, way better than night one. So yeah, I loved it. I'm looking forward to the freaking draft. I cannot wait for the damn draft. I want to know where these talents are ending up, who's going where, who's going to Raw, who's going to SmackDown. I want to know now, but we have to wait. What do you guys think is going to happen in the Raw after Mania? What do you guys think is going to happen on Raw after Mania? What kind of surprises are we going to get? I don't know. Like, could be anything from Stone Cold Steve Austin. It could be, I don't know. I do believe this will be one of the better Raw after Manias because this is the first one run by Triple H. Whereas last year, Vince was sending in a bunch of notes. Yeah, you know what, Kervin? I agree. I hope the draft is taking like a real serious. Here's my idea for the draft. Here's my idea. They should do it just like the NFL draft. Just like the NFL draft. They should do like, have the talent out there sitting down with round tables, sitting down, dressed up. Maybe not all dressed up, depending on how you want to play it. Maybe they're in their like regular gear. We have them looking nice, all sitting out there with tables, and they call them up like a real draft. You get their name called, they walk up there, put on a Raw SmackDown hat, say a few words to the crowd. Next person comes up, call out a name, draft, put on the hat, treat it like a real actual draft, a real sport draft. That's what they should do. Make it feel like a big deal, like a big event, like a real draft. That's what they should do. Make it really sports based. Same thing NFL doing. That's what they should do. Walk up there with the hat, put the hat on, have a few words maybe. Give Triple H a handshake. That's what they should do. Treat it like a real draft. You can even have like some interaction between draftees, like You had people upset that they weren't drafted. Like, why wasn't I drafted? Like, it's so much stuff you can do. Treat it like a real draft. You know what? Also, I would do. Don't tell the talent. Don't tell the talent who gets drafted where. Let that be a surprise. There'll be a genuine reaction from the talent when they go to SmackDown or Raw. You can tell them, prepare a speech for Raw or SmackDown, whatever it is, and we'll draft you. It'll be a surprise. And yeah, keep it a surprise. Keep it genuine. Great idea. That's a great idea. Keep it real. Make it feel real. That'd be awesome for the draft. But that's what I'm looking forward to the most, the draft. I want to know what's the next stories, who's going to end up where. I want Raw to have Bianca and Rhea. So that means Judgment Day on Raw and Cody to SmackDown. I can't wait for the draft, man. And tonight should be interesting. Tonight should be really interesting. Looking forward to it so much, man. You guys have any questions? I'll answer any questions for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Need the draft now. I'll probably upload a video sometime this week where I do my own like prediction for the Backlash card, because next thing you know, the Backlash will be right around the corner. Like, it's in early May. Like, I think like May 4th or something like that. Backlash is May 4th. Backlash, May 4th. Right around the corner. So, like I said on Twitter, all the storylines for Backlash will be pre-draft. Because they have to start the build now. The build for Backlash starts now. Raw after Mania, the build for Backlash is now. So no matter what happens in the draft, the storylines for Backlash will be based on the current rosters. And then the draft will take effect after Backlash. So maybe Bianca versus Tiffany Stratton, because they're both on SmackDown right now. Maybe do Bayley versus Io. I don't think you run Rhea versus Becky. I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe Becky and Rhea are off the card for Backlash, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see. I don't love the idea of having Becky versus Rhea. If you want to do Liv versus Rhea at Backlash, that's what I originally thought was going to happen. You do Liv versus freaking Rhea at Backlash now. Get it out the way. Some Liv fans will be upset about that one, but that's a possibility. But yeah, I'm liking the idea of having that draft as soon as possible. Let us know what's happening. I believe this is the first draft solely under Triple H, maybe, I think. Could be wrong about that. I think so. The first draft fully under Triple H is this one. Because I don't think Vince McMahon didn't leave until like later on October area, right? I can't remember. Something like that. But I can't wait for that. The draft is where it's at. That's what I want to see. Do I think Damage Control will break up? Yes. Right away? No. But it'll be a slow build. Because I do believe Dakota Kai and Io Sky will turn on each other to get to that triple threat. In order to get to that triple threat match where it's Dakota versus Io versus Bayley, they have to break up. Have the ultimate Damage Control triple threat. So I do believe it will happen. It will happen. Will they break up in the draft? I don't know about that one. But I do believe they will break up this year. The EO review. Yeah, she was, but Triple H was booking her. Triple H booked her in NXT. So yeah, she was booked like a babyface or a heel. No cheating, just a badass. The problem with the main roster run, she had to cheat to win. In NXT, she was just a badass that was cool. A cool badass that you couldn't beat. And on the main roster, to facilitate the Damage Control story, she was kind of a heel that had to cheat to win her opponents, because they had to have Bayley win to tell that story. But NXT, Triple H booked her like a badass that was she was just awesome, a cool character that couldn't lose. in NXT. Just the way the story was being told, unfortunately. I'm hoping next time she'll have a better run. But yeah, I agree. Her NXT run was much better. But I think just storytelling, that's how it worked out. The story worked out this way. That's all. I don't think WWE hates Asians. I don't think they hate Asians. I don't think that. If they hated Asians, Io Sky's reign would not be this long. Did you know that Io Sky had a longer reign than Bianca Belair? Her first reign, longer than Bianca's, longer than Bayley's, longer than Becky's, longer than Rhea's. Her first reign was long. Over 200 days for her first reign. Bianca's reign lasted 100 days and change. Her reign was 200 plus days. They could have took the belt off her at any time. They could have. But to let her go all the way to Mania and have a Mania match, a big time Mania match, a high profile match, at a time where they're trying to market to the Asian market. They're trying to branch out into the Asian market. So the last thing I would believe that they're trying to hate Asians, okay? And technically, Samoans are technically Asians. So Roman Reigns and the crew, the entire damn show is built around the Asians, you know, in that regard. But I understand what you're saying with the Mania wins, but it's unfortunate for what happened to Asuka. I think she'll get her win. Remember, Sasha Banks for a long time was winless at Mania. Sasha's not Asian. She was winless for the longest time until like recently. Her last match at Mania was the tag team match with Naomi. She got her first Mania win there. But I think Asuka's time will come eventually. I know folks are tired of hearing that, but I do believe it will happen eventually. It's just really unfortunate that she's not getting any wins currently. But it will come for sure. Eventually. When, I don't know. Hopefully next year, 41. Just cross our fingers for 41. Come on. Asuka win. I'll do this all year. For the entire year, I'll do this. Asuka win. I think it'll happen. When, I don't know, but it'll happen, I think. Tonight should be fun. I wonder what's going to happen tonight. Raw after Mania, controlled by Triple H. Triple H is at the helm. Triple H is running the ship. I think we'll get a surprise. Will it be a big surprise like Stone Cold or AJ Lee? Maybe not, but we'll get some type of surprise. By the way, Giulia and Roshi are on the way home. They went to the airport and they're flying back to Japan, so they're gone. A lot of the Stardom girls that were here, they're not connected to WWE at all. They're just there to watch in like the regular seats, on the floor seats. They left. So yeah, we'll see what happens at the Raw after Mania. I'm hoping it'll be fun. Hoping it'll be exciting. Hoping it'll be a great experience for us tonight. I'm hoping this will be the best Raw after Mania forever. There's like 18,000 people in the damn show, in the house. 18,000 people in the house. 18,000. That's crazy. So I'm hoping to get a good show. I won't be streaming live because I've been tired because of WrestleMania. Saturday, Sunday. I'm trying to take it easy tonight. Just enjoy it and watch it. Maybe not that much tweets, but we'll see. I'm trying to take it slow tonight with the streaming and the tweeting and the content creation. But this should be fun. I'm looking forward to tonight. Okay, we were going for an hour. Thank you guys for joining in. Raw should be fun. Wrestling is back. By the way, have you seen all the damn content going around for the WWE on ESPN, on the top news channels, the freaking social media? Everybody talking about WWE. It's never been hotter, especially online. When it comes to online creation and online stories and online activity, the WWE has never been hotter. It's hot right now. It's all over the place. Got all these celebrities tweeting about it. It's hot. It's popular again. It's becoming fun to watch. It's crazy. I can't believe we're actually here. All right, guys. talk to you guys later. See you on Twitter. Like the video. If you hear my voice, like the video. And I'll talk to you guys later. Fun times, man. Fun times.